Welcome once again, student, to your maths online class. And I hope you all must have remembered that in my previous lecture, I have explained you about factors, multiples, properties of both factors and multiples, prime numbers and composite numbers, and even numbers and odd numbers. If you want to see the video again, you can watch my previous video. And then after explaining all those topics, I have given you the assignment, some sums related to those topic to be solved. In that, in very first question, I have given you to find the factors of 96 and the factors of 100. I hope you must have done the assignment and you must have done it correctly, but I am solving it in front of you, so just check your solution that it is correct or not. First of all, I have told you to find the factors of 96. So see how we will be finding the factors of 96. As I told you, first of all, you will multiply with 1 always to find the factor. So 1 into 96 is equals to 96, because in the table of 1, 96 comes 96 times. Then does this number come in the table of 2? Yes, it comes in the table of 2, as I have told you that you have to see the last digit 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. If these digits are there, that means that particular number comes in the table of 2. So right now the last digit is 6. So this number comes in the table of 2. So we will write here 2 into, the result will be of course 96. Now how many times this 96 comes in the table of 2? See, in the table of 2, 9 doesn't come. Smaller than 9, which number comes? Yes, smaller than 9 comes 8, and it comes how many times? It comes 4 times. So we will be writing 4 here firstly. So from 9 we have used only 8. 1 is remaining, so that 1 will be carry over here. So this becomes then 16. So 16 comes how many times in the table of 2? Yes, it comes 8 times. See, if you don't know how to do directly, then you can divide 96 by 2. So 2 fours are 8, 9 minus 8, 1. Bring this 6 down, then 2 8s are 16. So 48. So this 48 will come here. Then we have to check that this number comes in the table of 3 or not. Yes, it comes in the table of 3 also. See, today I will give you explanation about divisibility topic. So there I will give you complete explanation how to check that a particular number comes in that table or not. Here I am telling you directly that in the table of 3, 96 comes, and it comes how many times? It comes 32 times. So here we will be writing 32. Then in the table of 4 also 96 comes. So we will be writing here 4, and in the table of 4 how many times this number 96 comes? It comes 24 times. Then in the table of 5 it doesn't come. Then in the table of 6, yes, it comes in the table of 6 also. It comes in the table of 6 16 times. So 6 into 16 is equals to 96. And then finally it comes in the table of, it doesn't come in the table of 7. Then it comes in the table of 8. In the table of 8 it comes 12 times. So 8 into 12 is equals to 96. Then it doesn't come in the table of 9. It doesn't come in the table of 10. Then you have to make one down arrow here and one up arrow here. So the factors of 96 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Then move here 12, 16, 24, 32, 48 and 96. So these all are the factors of 96. Similarly, I have given you one more part to find the factors of 100. So here I am explaining you first of all again by 1. So 1 into 100 is equals to 100. Then it comes in the table of 2. 2 into 50 is equals to 100. Then this 100 doesn't come in the table of 3. So we will not take 3. After 3, table of 4 comes. Yes, in the table of 400 comes. It comes 25 times. See student, if you have to check how many times it comes, then you can simply divide it to find out how many times it comes. So you can divide 100 by 4, then you can get the result as 25. Then in the table of 5, yes, it comes in the table of 5. It comes 20 times in the table of 5. So 5 into 20 is equals to 100. Then in the table of 6, no, it doesn't come in the table of 6. 7 also it doesn't come. 8 also it doesn't come. 9 also it doesn't come. Then finally it comes in the table of 10. So we will be writing here 10, and in the table of 10, 100 comes 10 times. So 10 into 10 is equals to 100. Then till 10 only I've told you to check. So we have checked already till 10. So these all are the factors of 100. So what are the factors? It is 1, 2, 4, 5, 10. Then move this side. Again number 10 is coming. So we will not write it two times. We will write only one time 10. Then after 10, 20, 25, 50, 100. So these are the factors of 96 and 100. This I have given you in PDF also. You can check your solution in PDF as well. Then in question number second, I have given you to find out the multiples of 21 and 36, first 5 multiple. So this is quite simple. You only have to write the table of 21 and 36 5 times. So 21 ones are 21, 21 twos are 42, 21 threes are 63, 21 fours are 84 and 21 fives are 105. So the first 5 multiples of 21 are 21, 42, 63, 84 and 105. Then in the B part, I have given you to find the first 5 multiple of 36. So 36 into 1, 36, 36 into 2, 72, 36 into 3, 108, 36 into 4, 144 and 36 into 5, 180. So the first 5 multiple of 36 are 36, 72, 108, 144 and 180. So like this, you were supposed to solve your question number 2. Then in question number 3, I have given you some numbers and I have told you to find out is it odd number or even number. Yes, if you remember, I have told you that just see these digits 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. If these digits are there at the last, then it is an even number, and if these digits are not there, then it is an odd number. So right now you can see that the last digit is 3. Okay, so from 0 to 4, 6, 8, no digit is there. That means it is a odd number. Then in second part, the last digit is 2, which is here in this list. So 2, that means it is even number. Then 21,004, last digit is 4. So again it is even number. Here the last digit is 7, not in this series. That means it is an odd number. So like this, question number 3rd. And then question number 4th, I have given you to find out which numbers are prime numbers and which are composite number. So 31, see 31 is having only 2 factors. I told you those numbers which have only 2 factors are called as prime numbers, and the numbers which have more than 2 factors are called as composite number. So here 31 comes in the table of 1 and 31 only. So this is prime number. 97 comes in the table of 1 and 97 only. So this is also a prime number. Whereas 56 and 45 comes in more than 2 table. It has more than 2 factors. So these both number are composite number. Okay student, I hope you must have done the solution correctly. So see, you have to copy this assignment in your practice notebook from page number 1 of your PDF, page number 2 of your PDF, and then the topmost portion of your page number 3. This I have mentioned in today's audio also. You can listen it. Then in today's topic, I will be telling you about divisibility rules. See student, with an example, I will be explaining you all these rules one by one. So please pay attention carefully. Divisibility rules you have learned in your previous class 5th also, but again I am explaining you here. So pay attention very carefully. So the first one, I am starting with the divisibility of 2. It is very simple. We have to check that a number is divisible by 2 if the last digit is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So whenever at the last there is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, that means that particular number is divisible by 2. Okay, so here you can see that I am taking 2 example to explain you this thing. This is the first example and this is the second example. Now I will tell you one by one by checking through the table of all these that it is divisible by this number or not. So just be careful when I will be explaining it. See, for the table of 2, you only have to remember 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. If these digits are coming at the last, that means it is divisible, otherwise it is not divisible. So see, these are the examples which I am taking. This is the first example and the second example. You can see here I have taken 2,14,57,809. This I have to check that this number comes in the table of 2 or not, and the second example is 4,500. I have to check that it comes in the table of 2 or not. So you can see student, the last digit here is 9. and here the last digit is 0. So the series which I have given you is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Here the last digit is 9. That means this number is not divisible by 2 and this number is divisible by 2. Here you will put cross sign and here you will put right sign. Okay, so this is not divisible and this is divisible. Then the second divisibility is a number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digit is divisible by 3. See, if we have to check the divisibility by 3, then what we have to do, we have to see all the numbers and then we have to add all these numbers to find its sum. So right now see, in first example, the numbers are 2, then you have to add all these numbers. 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 0 plus 9. So you have to add all these numbers and you have to check the sum. Okay, so when you will be adding these all numbers, the result will come as 36. After adding all these numbers, you will get result as 36. So now 36 again a 2-digit number. So add these 2-digit number also. So 3 plus 6 is equals to 9. So now 9 comes in the table of 3 or not? Yes, 9 comes in the table of 3. That means this particular number is divisible by 3. So we can put right here. Okay, student. So simply you have to add all the digits which is given in the number and find the sum. If the sum is divisible by 3, then it means the complete number is divisible by 3. So this was the first example. Now this is the second example, 4500. Now add the number 4 plus 5 plus 0 plus 0. So when you will add all these numbers, you will get result as 9. Again 9 comes in the table of 3. That means this second example is also divisible by 3. Now the divisibility of 4. So in the divisibility of 4, what I have written, just read it. A number is divisible by 4 if the last 2 digits are 00 or divisible by 4. See, the divisibility of 4 is very simple. You only have to check the last 2 digits. If on the last 2 digits, if it is 00 or if the last 2 digits are divisible by 4, means you can divide the last 2 digits and check it from the table of 4. If the remainder is coming 0, that means the complete number is divisible by 4. Right now, what we are having the example, as I have told you, I am explaining you with 2 examples. So this is the first example. Just see the last 2 digits of this example. It is 09. 09 is the last 2 digits. So 09 comes in the table of 4. You can divide it by 4. So 4 2s are 8. What we are getting in remainder? We are getting in remainder 1, digit 1. That means it is not completely divisible by 4. So if the last 2 digits are not divisible by 4, that means the complete number is also not divisible by 4. So we will put one cross sign here as this number is not divisible by 4. And then we will check the second example. See, I have told you either there should be a 00 in the place of last 2 digits. So you can see in the second example there are 00. Okay, so this number is directly divisible by 4. No need to do division and all. Directly see 2 zeros and yes, it is divisible by 4. Okay, student, I think the divisibility of 2, 3 and 4 is clear to you. Now, the divisibility of 5 is very simple. A number is divisible by 5 if the last digit is 0 or 5. Whenever the last digit of any number is 0 or 5, then that particular number is divisible by 5, otherwise it is not divisible. So here you can see in first example the last digit is 9. It is not 0, it is not 5. That means it is not divisible by 5. And in second example you can see the last digit is 0. That means this example is divisible by 5. Now the divisibility of 6 is also very simple. If a number is divisible by 2 and 3 both, then it means that it is divisible by 6 also. If any number comes in the table of 2, comes in the table of 3, that means it comes in the table of 6 also. But if it comes in the table of 2 but doesn't come in the table of 3, that means it will not come in the table of 6 also. Okay, got it? Like see, in second example, this 4500 comes in the table of 2. It comes in the table of 3. That means clearly it will come in the table of 6 also. Then in first example, this number doesn't come in the table of 2, but it comes in the table of 3. Here it is not coming, but in 3 it is coming. So it means in 6 also it will not come. For the divisibility of 6, it should come in the table of both. If from both these numbers it is not coming in any one table, then it will not come in the table of 6 also. Okay, student? Now the divisibility of 7 I will explain you at the last. Firstly, I am explaining you the divisibility of 8. Now the divisibility of 8 is a number is divisible by 8 if the last 3 digits are divisible by 8. Now you have to see the last 3 digits of your example. It is 809. Now you have to check in first example the last 3 digits are 809. So divide this 809 by 8. If the last 3 digits are divisible by 8, then the complete number is divisible by 8. So 8 ones are 8, 0. Bring this 0 down. 8 zeros are 0. Then you will be bringing this 9 down. Then 8 ones are 8. Then remainder is 1. So you can see that we have got remainder 1 here. That means this number is not divisible by 8. So our first example is not divisible by 8. Similarly, we have to check our second example, that is 500. We have to check that it is divisible by 8 or not. So divide this 500 by 8. So how you will do? 8 6 are 48. 50 minus 48 will give you 2. Bring this 0 down. 8 2s are 16. So your remainder is 4 again. Again here it is not 0 in the remainder. That means the second example is also not divisible by 8. Understood, student? You have to check that if the last 3 numbers are divisible by 8, that means the complete number is divisible by 8. If the last 3 numbers are not divisible by 8, that means the complete number is also not divisible by 8. Okay. Now come on the next divisibility, that is the divisibility of 9. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of the digit is divisible by 9. Now the divisibility of 9 is exactly same as the divisibility of 3. Remember what I have told you in the divisibility of 3, that we have to add all the digits which are given in the example and then check its sum. If the sum comes in the table of 3, then the complete number comes in the table of 3. So the same rule go with the divisibility of 9 also. Here also we have to add all the digits. See, as we have added already when we have calculated the divisibility of 3. So the result of first number after adding all the digit is 36, and you all know, yes, 36 comes in the table of 9. It comes 4 times. That means this number is divisible by 9. And the second example is 4500. So add this number. So after adding we got here 9. Yes, 9 comes in the table of 9. 9 is divisible by 9. So the second example is also divisible by 9. Okay. So the divisibility of 3 and 9 is exactly same. Then see the divisibility of 10. A number is divisible by 10 if the last digit is 0. So the divisibility of 10 is also very simple. If at the last 0 is coming, that means it is divisible by 10. If 0 is not coming, then it means it is not divisible by 10. So here in first example, you can see that last digit is 9, which is not divisible by 10. It is not 0. So that means the complete number is not divisible by 10. And the second example, you can see the last digit is 0. So this one is divisible by 10. Okay. Now see the divisibility of 11. Now for the divisibility of 11, what you have to do, student, pay attention. We are having two numbers here. I have taken the first example as 2, 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, 0, 9. Okay, this is our first example which I have taken, and in the second example I have taken 4, 5, 0. Okay, so first of all write your number whichever is given in the question. Then you have to start marking its places odd, even. So from last place you will write O, means odd, even, odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. Okay. Now one thing will come in your mind. Okay ma'am, 9 is odd number, so you have written here O. 0 is even number, you have written here E. 8 is not even number, then why you have written here O? See student, it is not according to the number, it is according to the places. See, it is on first place, this number is on second place, this number is on third place, this number is on fourth place, this is on fifth place, sixth place, seventh place, and eighth place. Now see according to places. So 1 is odd, 2 is even, 3 is odd, 4 is even. According to places, we have to put this odd, even, odd, even. So always remember that you have to put O, E from backside. Got it? So this is your first step. Then in second step, what you have to do, you have to separate all the odd numbers and even numbers. So your odd numbers are, what are the odd numbers? Start from here. It is 9. Then after 9, 8, then 5, and then 1. So these are the odd numbers. See, 9, 8, 5, 1. These are the odd numbers. So I have taken it separately here, and then I have to add these numbers. Similarly, I will be writing my even numbers here. So it is 0, 7, 4, 2. So I have written my even numbers and I will be adding my even numbers also. Now after adding these numbers, I will get result as 23, and after adding my even numbers, I will get my result as 13. Now subtract this 13 from 23. When you will subtract, you will get the result as 10. See student, after doing this complete process, if in the result you get 0 or the any number of 11 table, then it is divisible by 11. Otherwise, it is not divisible by 11. So right now we have got the result as 10. 10 doesn't come in the table of 11. That means this particular number is not divisible by 11. Similarly, I am explaining you about this second example also. So again, what I have told you, firstly put odd, even, okay. Then separate the odd places and even places. So in odd places, what we have? 0 and 5. So 0 plus 5. And even places, what we have? 0 plus 4. Add it, 5 and 4. So 5 minus 4 is equals to 1. Now 1 comes in the table of 11. No, 1 doesn't come in the table of 11. So that means this number is also not divisible by 11. Understood the divisibility of 11? If you don't understood it, please repeat the video. Just watch it again so that it will be clear to you. Okay. So that means the divisibility, both the examples are not divisible by 11. Okay. The language, I have not read it. You now just go through the language. A number is divisible by 11 when the difference between the sum of every digit in the odd place and every digit in the even place of that number is 0 or the multiple of 11. So that after subtracting, if the result is coming 0 or the multiple of 11, then it is divisible by 11. Otherwise, it is not divisible by 11. Then the divisibility of 12, 15, 18, 25 are very simple. Pay attention. In the divisibility of 12, like what I have told you in the divisibility of 6, if the number is divisible by 2, divisible by 3, then it will be divisible by 6 also. In the divisibility of 12, see student, if the number is divisible by 3 and the number is divisible by 4, then it will be divisible by 12 also. See the first example. This is divisible by 3 but not divisible by 4. So very simple. That means it is not divisible by 12 also. There should be right in both the parts. Then also it will come right in 12 also. See the second example. 4500. Yes, it is divisible by 3 and it is divisible by 4 also. So if it is divisible by 3 and 4 both, that means it will be directly divisible by 12 also. Got it? Now, divisibility of 15. See student, if the number is divisible by 3 and if it is divisible by 5, then if it will be divisible by 15 also. Okay. If it is coming in both the table, then it means it will come in the table of 15 also. So first example, yes, it is coming in the table of 3, but it is not coming in the table of 5. That means it will not come in the table of 15 also. See the second example. Yes, it is coming in the table of 3. It is coming in the table of 5. That means yes, it will come in the table of 15 also. Got it? Now, the divisibility of 18, again it is very simple. If any number comes in the table of 9, comes in the table of 2, then it means it will come in the table of 18 also. If it is coming in 9, it is coming in 2, then it will come in 18. So see, 2, first example, 2 it is not coming, but 9 it is coming. So no, in 18 also it will not come. There should be right in both the parts, then also it will come right in that particular number. Like in 4500, yes, it comes in the table of 2, it comes in the table of 9. So yes, it will come in the table of 18. Okay. Now, the last divisibility which I am explaining you is 25. So here 25, the divisibility of 25 is you remember student, I have explained you the divisibility of 4 in today's session only, and in 4 I have told you you have to check the last two numbers. If the last two numbers are 00, and if it comes in the table of 4, last two numbers comes in the table of 4, it is divisible by 4, then the complete number comes in the table of 4. And here also the same rule applies. If the last two numbers are 00 or the last two numbers comes in the table of 25, then the complete number comes in the table of 25. Here you can see the last two number are 09. See, 09 means 9. So 9 doesn't comes in the table of 25, no. That means this complete number doesn't come in the table of 25. But in the second example, you can see the last two numbers are 0. So if the last two numbers are 0 only, then no need to check. You can directly put right here. Okay. Just I'm reading it. Just pay attention. A number is divisible by 12 if it is divisible by 3 and 4 both. Okay. So to check the divisibility of 12, you have to see 3 and 4 divisibility. Then a number is divisible by 15 if it is divisible by 3 and 5 both. Then a number is divisible by 18 if it is divisible by 9 and 2 both. And the number is divisible by 25 if the last two digits are zeros, if there should be two zeros in the last two digits, and it should be divisible by 25. Okay. So if this rules applies, then it means that it is divisible by 25. So I have explained you about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 18 and 25. So please go through the complete video again to understand it. Now, there must be one question going on in your mind that ma'am has not explained us about the divisibility of 7. See, today I'm just checking the time limit of the video and it is already 28 minutes now. Now I don't want to explain, because if I will explain the divisibility of 7, then the time will go more. So I don't want to take this divisibility today. I will be explaining this divisibility to you in my next lecture. Okay, so just wait for this divisibility of 7 in the next video. Today you just focus on the remaining divisibility. Fine. And then after these divisibility, I have given you one assignment, and in this assignment I have not mentioned the number 7 here. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that divisibility of 7, that I will explain you in my next lecture. See, what you have to do, check if the given number is divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 15 or not. If it is divisible, then write yes, or if it is not divisible, then write no. Show the complete working note under the table. So you can show your rough work under the table, that how you are finding it out that it is coming in the table of 2, 3, 4, 5, like that you have to do. If it comes, then you have to put yes. If it doesn't come, then you have to put no. Don't put cross and right as I have shown you in the example today. You have to put proper yes and no here. And then student, please remember one thing, that these all are the explanation part. Okay, this is for your explanation which I have given you in your PDF. No need to copy this explanation part. Don't copy it. Only copy the answer key of your day 8 assignment. Don't copy this page also. you are not supposed to copy it all, then you have to do directly day 9 assignment in your practice notebook. Fine, student. I hope everything is clear to you, and if it is not clear, please watch the video again, then all the divisibilities will be clear to you. And please stay tuned to learn the divisibility of 7 in my next lecture. Okay, so that's all for today. See you all again in my next video. Till then, take care of yourself. Thank you, students.